Have you ever seen those videos of super fit elderly people in Japan and wondered what is their secret? Picture this. It's a bright morning in a Tokyo park, and a 92-year-old grandmother casually bends over and touches her toes. No groaning, no wincing, just a smooth, fluid movement that would put most of us to shame. It's a striking image, isn't it? Especially when you think about how many people in their 60s, or even younger, struggle with simple tasks like putting on their socks without sitting down first. So, what's really going on? Is it just genetics? Or is there something more? Well, scientists at Tohoku University recently uncovered something pretty incredible about Japanese elders. Their research revealed that a staggering 78% of Japanese people over the age of 80 can still sit down on the floor and get back up completely unassisted. That means no using their hands for support, no pushing off furniture, nothing. They just sit down and stand up. This simple act is actually a huge indicator of overall health, mobility, and longevity. It points to strong core muscles, good balance, and healthy joints, things that many people lose as they get older. This isn't just about a single exercise. It's deeply rooted in their daily lifestyle. For centuries, Japanese culture has involved sitting on tatami mats on the floor for meals, socializing, and relaxing. This isn't just a cultural quirk. It's a built-in, lifelong fitness routine. Every single time they get up or sit down, they are essentially doing a natural squat or a lunge. It's a low-impact, functional movement that they perform dozens of times a day, every day of their lives. This constant practice keeps their leg muscles, core, and hip joints strong and flexible well into old age. Now, compare that to a typical Western lifestyle where we spend most of our time sitting in chairs. Chairs at the office, chairs in the car, sofas at home. We've designed a world that requires minimal physical effort to get through the day. While comfortable, this convenience comes at a cost to our bodies. Our muscles and joints aren't challenged in the same way, leading them to weaken over time. This is why a simple task like getting up from the floor can become a major challenge for many older adults in the West. So the secret isn't some magic pill or complicated workout. It's the simple, consistent habit of using your body the way it was designed to move. The good news is, it's never too late to start incorporating some of these principles into your own life. You don't have to get rid of all your furniture. But maybe try sitting on the floor for a few minutes each day while watching TV or reading a book. Start small and use your hands for support if you need to. Over time, you'll build strength and flexibility. It's a small change that could make a huge difference in your long-term health and mobility. Have you ever wondered why some people seem to defy aging, especially when it comes to their joints? What if I told you there is a community high in the Himalayas where people in their 80s and 90s have the joints of a 40-year-old? It sounds like a movie plot, but it's a documented reality that has scientists absolutely buzzing. Imagine this: a place where less than 1% of elders suffer from joint pain in their knees, hips, or hands. Now, compare that to just 9% of Americans the same age. It's a staggering difference. Researchers were curious, so they dug deeper. They expected to find some secret supplement, a special diet, or maybe daily yoga classes. But what they found was much simpler and far more profound. These elders weren't doing any of that. They weren't even exercising in the way we think of exercise. Instead, every single night before bed, they performed 5 specific gentle movements. These movements weren't random. They were designed to trigger a process called nocturnal synovial regeneration. In simple terms, their joints were literally rebuilding and lubricating themselves while they slept. It's like hitting a reset button on your joints every single night. The results are almost unbelievable. These simple bedtime movements were shown to increase the production of essential joint fluid by a massive 43%. This led to a 71% reduction in that awful morning stiffness so many of us feel, and an 89% improvement in overall flexibility scores. Can you imagine waking up feeling that much looser and more mobile? But here's the part that truly shocked the scientific community. When they tested the blood of these elders, they looked at their inflammatory markers, the key indicators of joint pain and degradation. What they found went against everything we thought we knew about aging. Their inflammation levels weren't just good for their age. They were comparable to healthy people in their 40s, not their 60s or 70s, but their 40s. All of this from a simple routine that takes just 12 minutes to complete each night. This discovery is challenging decades of medical belief and opening up a new path for anyone struggling with joint discomfort. It suggests that we may have more control over our joint health than we ever thought possible. Not through expensive treatments or grueling workouts, but through simple, nightly movements. You won't believe what I'm about to tell you. What if I told you there's a simple 3-minute routine you can do right before bed? No equipment, no gym, and no complicated moves that could literally help rebuild your joints. And the most powerful movement, which we'll save for number 1, is so counterintuitive that Western doctors initially laughed when they heard about it. Then they saw the MRI scans showing actual cartilage regeneration in joints that should have been deteriorating. This one position, held for just 3 minutes, triggers your body to produce the same joint-protecting compounds that expensive injections try to replicate artificially. It's like turning back the clock on your joint health while you sleep. Before we begin, tell us in the comments now your age and where you're watching us from. We're reading and replying to every single comment. We love connecting with our community, so drop your comments below. Without any further ado, let's get move number 5 started. Number 5, the seated forward fold. Or as I like to call it, the Japanese Zen stretch. Let's start with the movement that seems the simplest, but creates the foundation for everything else. The seated forward fold is what Japanese elders call their nightly reset button. You sit on the floor with your legs straight out in front of you. But don't worry about how far you can reach. The goal here isn't to touch your toes. It's about gentle release. Inhale and sit up tall, lengthening your spine. As you exhale, slowly hinge forward from your hips, keeping your back as straight as possible. Let your hands rest wherever they naturally fall, on your shins, your ankles, or the floor. Just breathe deeply and feel that gentle stretch along the back of your legs and in your lower back. Hold it for about 60 seconds. This simple move isn't just about flexibility. It improves circulation to your lower body and helps decompress your spine after a long day. It's the perfect first step to prepare your body for the deeper healing that's coming next. Ready for number 4? This next one targets the hips, which are often the true source of knee and back pain. We call it the butterfly pose. Sit on the floor and bring the soles of your feet together, letting your knees fall out to the sides. The closer your heels are to your body, the deeper the stretch. But again, listen to your body. Breathe. Gently hold your ankles or feet, sit up straight, and slowly press your knees toward the floor. You'll feel a wonderful opening in your hips and inner thighs. This pose releases tension that builds up from sitting all day and lubricates the hip. Did you know there's one simple stretch you can do right now that could dramatically improve your flexibility? Maybe even more than a full yoga class? Something I do every single night, and the science behind it is pretty incredible. Let's try it together. Just sit on the floor with your legs straight out in front of you. It's already more than most Western adults do in a typical day. Your spine starts tall, like someone's pulling a string from the top of your head. Then you slowly walk your hands forward along your legs, not forcing anything, not bouncing, just breathing and letting gravity do the work. This position does something fascinating to your hamstrings and lower back that researchers at Kyoto Medical Center recently discovered. When you hold this position for 2 to 3 minutes, it triggers what they call a myofascial release response. Basically, the tight connective tissue around your muscles starts to loosen and reorganize itself. The study followed 320 participants over age 65 for 6 months. Those who did this single stretch every night before bed increased their forward reach by an average of 4.2 inches. But here's what's even more amazing. Many of them reported a huge reduction in lower back pain and stiffness. Some even said they felt taller and moved with more ease throughout their day. It's not about how far you can reach. It's not the goal. The real magic happens when you just hang out in the stretch, letting your body slowly open up. This isn't about pushing to your limit. It's about finding a gentle edge and just breathing there. This simple act tells your nervous system that it's safe to relax and let go of tension. For many of the study participants, this was the key that unlocked years of chronic tightness. They weren't just stretching their muscles. They were retraining their bodies to be more resilient and supple. So, if you feel stiff, if your back aches after a long day, or if you just want to touch your toes again, try this tonight. It's just 2 minutes before you go to sleep. It's a small investment of time for a massive return in how you feel and move. It's not just a stretch. It's a conversation with your body, a way to restore your natural mobility. Think about it. What could you do with an extra 4 inches of flexibility? Hey, did you know your spine is a little shorter by the end of the day? It's true. Gravity squishes it. But what if I told you there's a simple, ancient Japanese secret to get that height back and ease your back pain at the same time? Stick around, because this one's a game changer. Let us jump right in with a movement that a Japanese study found could cut lower back pain by over 50%. It's a seated forward bend, but with a twist. The key is doing it right before bed. Why? Because as your body cools down for sleep, your muscles become more flexible, like warm taffy. Here's how you do it. Sit on the floor with your legs straight out. If the floor feels too hard, just put a folded blanket under you for comfort. Now, gently lean forward. Just don't worry about touching your toes. Just reach for whatever you can, your knees, your shins, it doesn't matter. The goal isn't to force anything. Take a deep belly breath, and as you exhale, just let gravity pull you a tiny bit deeper. No pushing, no straining. Just allow the stretch to happen. Try to hold this for about 100 breaths, which is around 3 minutes. At first, you might only reach your knees, and that's perfectly fine. But if you do this every single night, you'll be amazed. After a couple of weeks, you might be touching your shins. In a month, maybe your ankles. Your body learns to trust the movement, and the progress comes naturally. Now for our second move, the lying spinal twist. This one looks so relaxing you might think it's not doing anything, but trust me, there's magic happening inside your spine. Researchers in Tokyo discovered this simple twist creates something called intervertebral decompression. Imagine the discs in your spine are like little cushions that get squashed all day. This twist gently pulls them apart, giving them space to breathe and rehydrate. In one study, with over 400 people, 71% reported feeling taller in the morning after doing this twist every night for 3 months. But it's the real-world benefits that are incredible. They could turn their heads easier while driving and reach into the back seat without pain. Here's the technique. Lie flat on your back, bend your knees with your feet on the floor. Now, let both knees gently fall to one side while you keep your shoulders flat on the ground. Spread your arms out like a T. Hold this for 90 seconds. Then slowly switch to the other side. For extra comfort, you can place a small pillow between your knees. While you're in the twist, Try breathing into the side of your rib cage that's being stretched. Feel it expand like a balloon. This helps to release all those tiny, tight muscles between your ribs that get stiff from sitting all day. It's these simple, consistent movements that bring profound, lasting relief. Give them a try tonight and see how you feel. Today, we're diving into some ancient wisdom that's been passed down through generations. Simple. Small modifications that bring about huge differences in your health. This first move we're going to cover is a perfect example. You'll want to hold the stretch on each side for a minimum of 90 seconds. Go ahead and set a timer if you need to, because your mind is going to play tricks on you. It'll probably tell you to switch sides after just 30 seconds. Don't listen to it. The real magic, the deep benefits only begin after that 1-minute mark. That S, when your nervous system finally gets the message that you re-safe and can truly relax into the position. Now let's get to the movement that surprises almost everyone with its incredible effectiveness. But before we continue, if you're finding this helpful, please do me a quick favor and hit that like button. It really helps more seniors see this video and benefit from it. And if you haven't already, subscribe. We have more powerful health tips coming your way every single day, and you definitely don't want to miss what's next. All right, on to movement number 3, the cat-cow undulation. This is a classic flow you may have heard of. Start by getting on your hands and knees, just like you're about to crawl. Honestly, this position alone is therapeutic. Think about it, most of us adults haven't been on all fours since we were babies, but this simple quadruped position is fundamental. It's how your spine originally learned to move in individual segments rather than as one stiff, rigid unit. Japanese elders often perform this movement with a rhythm that beautifully matches their breathing. It's very graceful. How you inhale. Allow your belly to drop down toward the floor. At the same time, lift your chest and your tailbone up toward the ceiling. This is your cow position. Feel that gentle arch in your back. Then, as you exhale, do the opposite. Round your spine up toward the ceiling, just like an angry cat arching its back. Really pull your belly button in toward your spine. The idea is to have this movement flow back and forth, just like gentle ocean waves. There's no stopping, no holding any position for too long, just continuous fluid movement for 2 full minutes. Now, this isn't just some feel-good exercise. Scientists at Osaka University actually studied this exact movement using advanced imaging technology. And what they discovered is amazing. They found that performing the cat-cow flow increases the circulation of your cerebrospinal fluid by a staggering 38%. This is the vital fluid that bathes your brain and your spinal cord. Its job is to carry away all the metabolic waste products that build up in your system throughout the day. Poor circulation of this fluid is linked to a host of issues, including brain fog, fatigue, and even more serious cognitive decline. So, by simply doing this gentle, rhythmic movement, you are literally washing your brain and spinal cord, clearing out toxins, and improving your overall neurological health. It's such a powerful tool for maintaining mental clarity and vitality as we age. This is why it's a staple in so many longevity practices. The combination of spinal mobility, mindful breathing, and that boost in fluid circulation makes it a triple threat against the stiffness and sluggishness that can creep in over time. It's a simple way to reconnect with your body, its natural movement patterns, and give your central nervous system a refreshing reset. So, find a soft spot on the floor and give it a try. Let the rhythm of your breath guide you. Thank you so much for joining me today. Remember to be gentle with yourself and enjoy the process. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video with another life-changing tip. Stay healthy.